Hey everybody! Well, welcome to episode 3 because episode 2 got cut short. I ran out of propane and I just remembered I was going to test it before I started filming, but that's okay. We'll work with that. I'm sure it's going to work. So today we are working with, we earlier cut open some muskmelons that I cut from the garden yesterday or picked this one, and it's pretty yummy. I'm going to mow on that later. And right now we're working with this scallop squash, and it's really amazing. I cut this up in the last episode, and the skin on it are super thin. It's pretty yummy. I'm going to cook this up, and I have a feeling this is going to be amazing because, well, onions and garlic, what couldn't be amazing? So I'm going to scooch this off. Just realized before I added the olive oil to the pan, I need to cut up my onion and garlic. So I'm going to change the point of view here for the camera, and we'll do that. So this is some beautiful elephant garlic my friend Les Richards grows, and this is another piece of garlic that I got from him. It's got kind of a purple inside, some of it, and this isn't one that does, so never mind on that. So anyways, everyone peels their garlic different. I'm sure that I'm kind of wasteful because I do cut off the tops, and it's a pain. You can crunch it. You can do this, and then the skin just peels right off. There's a whole bunch of schools of that. So we'll kind of try that with this elephant garlic. But it's a huge clove. There we go. So that does work really well. So that's probably how I'll start doing it. So there we go. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the little stem part on that and slice this up. This is huge. This elephant garlic's really huge. If you've never cooked with it, it is big stuff. Now this other stuff, you know, you can take the knife and kind of munch on it, and it cuts up really well. But the elephant garlic, good luck unless you're Paul Bunyan. So I'm just going to cut that up really small. Pretty small. Small as you guys want to watch me do small. And I'm going to put it in a little glass bowl here. Ooh, good. I'm making a mess to clean up later because I love doing dishes. Okay, so we're going to cut this onion up real quick. And again, I'm sure there's a better way that someone could tell me to cut an onion up. But, you know, we all kind of do things our own way, and as long as you get to the end result, does it really matter? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to actually kind of do this sliced because I think that would be really good. Some slices of onion in with this fried squash. And it'd be awful if I took off a finger while I was filming. That'd be super embarrassing. And so there we go. So let me just cut those down just a little bit. Okay, so we're ready. So I am going to move past the sink there, and we're going to go ahead and turn on this propane. Woohoo! All right, we got heat. So I'm going to add some olive oil here. I prefer olive oil. Other people use other things to cook with. I'm just that's kind of my go-to is olive oil. So I put a generous amount in the pan, as you can see. And actually I might add just a teens more because butter and olive oil usually make things better. So I'm going to go for that, and I'm just going to add this garlic here. This bowl, kind of let that get in there a minute. We're going to add this the onion that I just cut. I do have onions growing in the garlic, or in the in the garden, and I'm super excited about those being ready. But right now the carrots and the beans, they're pretty darn exciting, so I'm not too upset with just having those. And while that kind of gets going, I'm here behind the scenes getting prepped for the next point of view with the camera shot. And I should have taken a bite of the mussel because it's really yummy. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of brown these up a little bit. This is on kind of medium-high heat. I have a gas stove, which I love, but it's a little bit different than, you know, if you have an electric stove. You kind of want to get them going. I wouldn't say over an 8 like ever, but, you know, a strong 7, probably an electric stove. Kind of medium heat on a gas. I'll get those going there. Really stick this lid on just for a second. Alright, and back to this muskmelon here. There's a few bites in here. A gal can't complain. It's better than no bites. And I hauled all those pallets down. Put them on. So, that's good. Okay, so while those onions are getting going, we're going to do a quick rinsey here with the, God, I'm so embarrassed at my sink. I didn't realize I was going to be doing this muskmelon deal. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dump these in here. I'm going to kind of rinse them off a little bit and try to get out some of this pulp, because I don't want that pulp in there. I'm saving the seeds. So kind of rinse that out a little bit, get some of that chunks out of there. Oh my gosh, what a mess. And again, wasn't planning on this, but that's what happens sometimes when you have a garden and you're doing stuff. You just kind of got to go with the flow. A dear friend of mine says she can't garden for another 6 years because her daughter's in college, or going to be in college. And then I guess that's when they can do it. And it really bothers me because it's not that hard to garden. Okay, so I hope you can see this okay. I've got all these little seeds here, and that wasn't too bad of a bum deal. I don't have a paper towel right now because I don't buy them, but I'll figure out something here in a minute. But for now, we'll just scrape those. Oh, can you see? Right there. Put them on the plate. There's still some pulp. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I got plenty of a mess going. Okay, let's get over here back to the stove. Oh yeah, those are nice and hot. Yummy, yummy. And whew, I guess I'm just going to kind of layer this stuff in here. Now again, I've confessed earlier, if you didn't hear me, I have not cooked this before. I know it's bad, but I don't grow stuff that I hear from my favorite farmers is icky. So I knew this would be delicious. So I just was going on farmer faith. And I'm going to just stick that in there. I think I'll put a little sea salt in there. Okay, so right now we've got the onions and garlic going with the white scallop squash. That's how you spell it if there's any question. I'll put the lid on for a minute. And I'm going to go grab something real quick here. Actually, it's over here. Okay, so I love saving egg containers. I don't know who else does, but they come in handy for a lot of things. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and put the seeds here in this egg container. I think you can see there. So these are muskmelons, and I'm going to tell you, you know, you can say I'll remember what I did, but things get busy and crazy. So I've really been trying to make a point lately of actually writing what stuff is. I just had to throw away, that says musk if you can't tell. If you musk you can't tell. I just had to throw away a bag today of what I think was comfrey, but I was pretty bummed because it was dry, but it wasn't labeled. So let's take a little gander back here and see how our squash is doing. Oh, it looks good. Oops, you can't see it there. All right, it looks pretty good. See if we can bend that in a little bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty yummy. Let that go for a little bit. And actually wanted to take a minute here and talk about some peppers. So I picked these peppers earlier from the garden today. These are Biscayne peppers, and that's how you spell it. So some of them have like little brown spots, and you can kind of see, and I apologize for the lighting. Went to the store, but they were out of light bulbs, so I'll get that tomorrow. So some of them are great. Others of them have, well, see, that even kind of scrapes off, so that's not too bad. So these look good. So Biscayne they're kind of a sweet pepper, and I just thought I would take a chance because a lot of times people are like afraid of these peppers. They think, oh my gosh, you know, I can't eat a pepper unless it's a sweet pepper. So I thought I'd just cut some open and show you what they look like inside. So there's a lot of seeds, and peppers, you can save the seeds. So I think we'll go ahead and just save some of those here on this plate since I've got it right here. Why not? And we'll get into later how to save seeds as far as how dry they should be, and then how to save them. It's super easy. It's not rocket science. So I'm going to just save a little bit more seeds here. Yay! That was kind of a bonus, all these seeds tonight. That makes me happy. And I think Biscayne would be like something maybe like peppercini style. So, okay. Tastes like a light green pepper. I've cooked these before. I have cooked these before. Cooked. Not even raw. They're pretty good. It's like a light green pepper. The skin is a little bit thinner. Oh, it's pretty darn yummy. So, yeah, I think these would make a good peppercini. And I'm going to go ahead and save these and probably cut them up and add them to the squash here in a little bit. So, let's check on our squash. Back around the ugly sink area there. Okay. Ooh. Looks good. Oh, yeah. Oh, they look super good. Ooh, and can you see this one here? Hopefully it's not going to drop on the floor. So that looks beautiful. It's getting nice and brown. And I suppose if a person wasn't in a big hurry, like I always seem to be, you could actually lay these out and just actually let them steam, you know, individually, and they'd probably take a whole lot less time. But I didn't do that, so we're gonna just work with what I did to myself here. Put the lid on that, and I think we'll come back here and cut up these peppers. But before we do that, I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you in episode 3.